Welcome. We're here with the young Promane Octet. Okay, I guess the rest of the guys are on break, but we've got Dave Young and Terry Promane. They're premiering a new CD. The new CD. Terry, we've heard from Dave last week. Maybe you want to start off and tell us a bit about the CD launch.
CD launch will be at the Rex Hotel Jazz Bar on January 17th, which is next, if you're listening to this today, it's next Thursday, and Friday. And we're debuting our new CD, which is called Octet Volume 1. It's available on iTunes, and Amazon, CD Baby, and through our distribution network on Indiepool.
Wow. Now, we've heard octets before. There's the Dave Pell octet, but this CD, from when I've listened to it, sounds so new and fresh. Do you guys want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. My influence is obviously the Rob McConnell Tentet, which I was a charter member, and I think our sound leans a little bit closer to that sound. Maybe a bit, if you're familiar with Joe Lovano Nonette as well, that has some influences from that as well as just our own personal way, the way we hear and write music, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I mean, we're bringing our own experience to it, and Dave and I sat down over some lessons together, just chatting about music and talking about arranging stuff, and we ended up collaborating on this book. So the book's pretty fat now. Right? There's quite a few charts.
Definitely.
And we're gonna, for the CD release, we'll focus on a number of selections that are on the current. That makes sense for us to debut the stuff that's on the record coming out. But we have a couple more selections that have yet to be rehearsed. That's what we're.
What's the history of the band before Terry joined?
I guess I was always in the band, eh? I was a side band?
I think you were in the first.
Yeah, I was a side man.
Yeah, he was the trombone player. The history of the band, well, essentially, I spoke to Rick Wilkins with the idea of playing some Dave Pell arrangements, which is exactly what you referred to. Marty Page, John Williams, I mean, all the West Coast
Johnny
guys.
Mandel, those kind of stuff.
I mean, really good stuff, but it was our start. So from there we...
Playing stocks, really. I mean, it was Dave Pell stocks, and then Rick put a couple of charts in it.
And then Rick...
And I had one or two, and you did some.
So then it sort of gradually grew into more of our own style of music.
Yeah.
And our own arrangements.
So we don't play any of that old stuff except for the original charts
That's right.
that Rick and that we wrote.
I know Rick is retired from active playing, but he still seems a big part of the band. He's written a number of arrangements. How's that going?
It's actually ongoing. I think Rick is coming up with an arrangement of Con Alma. Hopefully we're going to see that tomorrow night, which is another Dizzy Gillespie composition. So he's definitely actively in the band as a writer.
Sure.
Not a player, but as a writer.
And he's sort of the godfather of Toronto jazz arrangers. Even Rob McConnell was in awe of Rick Wilkins. So if that's the case, then I feel pretty good about loving Rick's writing, and he's such a great guy. But all these Dizzy Gillespie compositions, we're working towards a concert at Kerner Hall on April 13th, and so it'll be a tribute to Dizzy Gillespie at Kerner, and it's part of their tribute to Dizzy festival.
And can we just talk a bit about the players? I know you're both passionate about what great soloists that you have and what a great ensemble, Kevin Turcotte being one, but could you name some of the other guys in the band?
Sure. Mike Murley, multiple Juno Award-winning saxophone player, and then we have, let me see, I'll go with the U of T connection. So there's me, Dave, Terry Clark, Mike Murley, saxophone. Terry Clark, of course, world-renowned jazz drummer. Gary Williamson, another one of our colleagues from U of T, one of the leaders in jazz piano in the country, famous for his work with Phil Nimmons and 9+6. And who am I forgetting? Vern Dorge, one of the leading studio, theater, and jazz alto players in the country. And who am I missing?
Perry White.
And Perry White, #1 baritone saxophone player in the country. Fantastic tenor player and marvelous road cyclist. We cycle together.
Bon vivant,
Bon
man about
vivant.
town. Yes.
And that without question. Man about town.
That's great. And just overall, though, the comments that I've heard from people and listening to it myself, it seems like there's such a fresh take. I hear the producer, who's the producer again?
Roberto Octet.
That Roberto feels that this is one of the best versions of Manteca he's ever heard.
He likes the boogaloo.
Yeah.
He likes, yeah.
Would you guys like to play something for us?
Yeah, sure.